Hello everyone. I'm going to share with you 2 dreams and go over a past dream. I think it could be significant to something, and I just wanted to share it with everyone. The first dream I want to tell you about is a dream that my daughter had, and this is my daughter Jill. Now, she had this dream this month in February of 2024, and she said that she was driving and she was in Texas, and she said that for some reason there was something going on, and I don't know if she was involved, but it had something to do with the children and something to do with the abused and the ones in human trafficking. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that on here. But as she was driving, huge fireballs started coming out of the sky. She said they were so huge, just like all she could think of was Sodom and Gomorrah. Then she woke up. So I don't know if anyone can piece any of that together. Pray about it. The thing for being in Texas and everything. So, the second dream is a dream that I had, and I had it in January, last month of this year. And it started out, I was at an aerial view. So I was in the air, and I could see 3 separate yards, and they all had like green grass, okay? And they were all separated by a fence. In the first yard, which was the farthest away from me, I could see a big bear, okay? And he was just like kind of walking around. Then all of a sudden, he was in the second yard. And he was like pacing, like a little bit faster, but he was going in circles. Now, after that happened, I went down farther, not quite so much in the air, and I was almost to the grass, but not quite, to the very first yard by this fence, this high fence. And all of a sudden, the bear was right there in the same yard as me, like I looked, and he was like right at my feet. And I just remember, I was like, why can't I be in the air again? So I just ran, and I was running towards this fence, and it was super high. I started running, and I jumped on the fence, and all of a sudden I was lifted up, like to the very top of the fence, and I just woke up. So I kind of know what that dream means. I believe that it has to do with Russia, for sure. And I believe that it's like they're pretty much almost in our yard, like almost right there. So I thought about the dream I had in 2017, where I heard some noise. I ran to the back sliding glass door, opened it up, looked up, and there was an army plane. I don't know what kind, just an older, but just some kind of army, or, a war plane, okay? And I looked to the left, and there was a huge hole, like a gaping hole in my neighbor's yard. And the fire was just coming out of the ground from the hole. And I thought, wow. And they were all standing around it, just talking, like looking at it. And I was thinking, why are they standing so close to it? So the only thing after that is I ran. Like, I had this, like, pool in the back of my yard that my dogs drank out of in the summer and swam in. It was just a little tiny, like, it was blue and there were fish on it, like, design. So I ran and I put it over me and I hovered to the ground and I woke up. So I think in my dream, and I'm thinking that, okay, this I think has something to do with Russia too. It could, because I was thinking about this, the nuclear space thing that they're talking about, and thinking that the fireballs could possibly be a nuclear war. That's what I was thinking anyway. If you guys can think of anything else, go ahead and just leave a comment and tell me. But I just think that everything is coming together. All the dreams and visions that I have had, there have been so many that I can't even really count. And I'm really thankful that they were given to me. And I might not have shared all of them, but most of them, they were mostly given to me in 2016 to 2000 and, well, the major ones, 2016 to 2018, 19. Then the years after that, I also had some things happen, but just not quite as many. I really believe that we are at the cusp of something very, very significant, and I'm hoping that with the eclipse coming up, that, I mean, and Passover and everything, and then, you know, the red heifers, all that, it's kind of like, how much more, you know, can happen? And I know it's not up to me or you, but I certainly feel that it's got to be significant, and it's got to be a warning, and they're telling us in so many ways. So many things have happened, and we can't go on like this forever. I mean, I hope not. So anyway, I just want to read to you just a common verse that you've all heard many times, I'm sure. Ephesians 2, verse 8. For you are saved by grace through faith, and this is not from yourselves. Okay, that's significant right there. It's not from yourselves. It is God's gift, not from works, so that no one can boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, I'm sorry, which God prepared ahead of time for us to do. So just rest in his salvation, and I'll see you guys in the air. Bye-bye.